My name's Rob Wagner. I'm a photographer. I've been shooting for about 14 years, and I'm part of the VIS-A-VIS exhibit. I got into photography actually because my mom, she bought me a camera when we got pregnant with our son. She convinced me that I was going to want to document his life, which makes sense, but I just got the camera and I started taking pictures. My first shoot ever was of my wife while she was pregnant. We did a little really bad maternity photo shoot, but it kind of sparked that interest in me, and from then I just kind of became obsessed and started learning and upgrading cameras and buying lights and everything from there. I consider myself more of a Photoshop person or a Photoshop artist than a straight up photographer anyway. Because after I started taking pictures, that very next year, my wife got me Photoshop for Christmas. It was like a big present. We were really, really poor at the time, so she saved up some money and got me Photoshop. And again, I just instantly became obsessed with it and would just nonstop for hours on end, just in there with my little tablet editing and just going, making all my bad photos somewhat better. My favorite photo that I've ever taken is, honestly, this is going to sound like a cheesy cop-out answer, but it's hard for me to pick one specific one because I always feel like the last one I took I get the most excited about. But if I had to really pick a specific photo, there's one of my wife, and I think it might even just be a cell phone photo to be honest, but it's of her sitting in our front yard with the sun is just perfectly down and she's holding like a vintage camera and it's in black and white, and it's just like and she's got this laugh and smile, and it's just one of my favorite photos. So I go about my creative process in probably two different ways, and it depends on the project I'm doing. Sometimes I love to just walk into a space without any prep at all and see what I can do. The other thing is when like I said, I kind of do a lot of Photoshop stuff or composite work, and I'm doing that, it's a lot more planned out. So when I'm doing those types of things, I like to try and tell a story. So I come up with a story before I come up with the composition or the lighting or whatever. It's more about telling a story. It's a scene. I know it's still photo, so it's just a scene from a bigger story. I love shooting portraiture. It's probably my favorite thing to shoot. For some reason, I just find the connection with the person is great, but I also love giving people a character to play. I'm not the best at like directing someone to be natural or be yourself. There's a lot of great photographers that can like go into a room and capture somebody's essence, and I feel like that's not necessarily what I'm good at. I can come up with a backstory and I can make somebody feel comfortable being a different role. I'm really excited to be part of the VIS-A-VIS exhibit because of all the people that are part of it. Some of these guys have been photographers that I've looked up to for years, and they have just been, actually a very big inspiration to me. On top of that, I've never really had a exhibit before, so this is like something I've always wanted to do, something I've always thought about in the back of my head. It's a daunting and intimidating task, so to be able to collaborate with these three other guys and do it kind of takes the pressure off, but also makes it become a reality.